How is everybody doing today? We finally have nice weather. It has been tornado watches and storming and you name it. Let's see. Let's get our troll watch going. There we go. Holy moly. What a week this has been. It has been absolutely crazy. I was down in Kansas City towards the end of the last week for my mother-in-law's funeral. Hey, Beth. And in true LaDonna fashion, that just turned into a cluster. During the funeral, my husband's dog got loose. So I had to leave and go chase down that dog for about 3 hours. And it was hot. It was really hot. My feet still hurt. A crazy dog. It was like I was just like I'm on a Monty Python episode here somewhere, right? Because for the first 2 hours nobody saw her, which really worried me. Then I ran into the mailman and he was like, "Are you looking for a little dog?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he goes, "Oh, I tried to grab her. She went that way." And he goes, "Nobody knew anything about her." Oh, my word. So then I knew, I was like, okay, she's within a couple of blocks of the Airbnb. And that's the other thing. We're at an Airbnb, so she doesn't know the neighborhood. And I'm just like, great. And then somebody else was like, "Oh, I just saw her. She went running. Man, she's fast." And I'm like, mm-hmm. So then I saw some people down the street pointing. So I had to run back to the Airbnb, grab the car. And that little dog was booking it. She was going faster than I was driving. And then she decided to turn on a very, very, very busy street where she nearly got hit right in front of me. I was just like, oh my God. So yeah, I had to drive against traffic to finally cut her off. And thankfully, she was exhausted. So she was up against some people's fence and wanted to bite me when I grabbed her. That dog was so freaked out. It took her the rest of the weekend to calm down. So yeah, that was the weekend. It was just not good, but I really didn't want to have to tell my husband that his dog got run over while burying. Right, Willie? Oh, you should have heard the words. You should have heard my words. I was just losing it. And that little dog, she is a toy Aussie, and she's afraid of anybody. Like, she does not like anybody. Including my kids. She'll run. She will run. So I kept telling everybody, if you see her, don't grab her. Just let me know. Here's my number. And I will say the people, yes, I used all those words, Beth, and then I think I was making some up at a certain point. But I will have to give the people in the neighborhood credit. They were so nice. They were posting up on Nextdoor. They were spreading the word. They were doing everything they could to help, which was amazing. But so yeah, I finally got her, and I just was like, so now I think, next time we drive, I told my husband, I said, I had in the back of my mind the whole time we were going to the funeral home, I was like, maybe I should have put her in the bedroom and shut the door. I did not realize she was going to be so worked up over us leaving that she would dart out the door. So I did, Beth. I did put it in the review. So I don't know. I think we're gonna get like some kind of kennel or something. And of course, she wears a harness, but she didn't have it on. And everybody's like, "Is she microchip?" I'm just like, "Oh my god, I did not. My husband got that dog. I don't know." So, so my youngest called the vet. Yes, she was microchipped, but what was weird was when we called all the vets in the local area just to kind of let them know if someone brings in a dog, it's it's us we're looking for. They're like, "Oh, we only assist our clients." I'm like, "What?" And then, if that wasn't crazy enough, someone posted a picture of another Aussie that looked identical to her. And I was convinced, I was like, "Oh my God, that's my dog. That's my dog," you know? No, it was a little boy, looked just like her, went missing at the same. That was crazy. I was like, I was convinced these people had my dog. So, right? All right. I was just like, because I always tell my husband when we're traveling, I said, you need to put them in the harness and clip them in to the back seat. Because, my worst nightmare is getting an accident and the dog gets loose. And because I'm like, nobody can grab her. She's not going to go to anybody. He doesn't like to do that for whatever. His little precious princess can't be tied up. And I'm like, oh, that little bee. Yeah. Next time we go somewhere, I'm gonna find me a collapsible kennel, and her little butt is gonna be in it. It's gonna have steel bars. So yeah, that was my weekend. And then we come back to all the tornadoes. I'm like, what the? Oh, Lord. So, yeah. So now she's over here. Look at this thing. Y'all see her? She's just over there, like, I don't have a care in the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Beth, that little dog, is fast. She is insanely fast, and I just was like, hour two, I was like, I was convinced we were never going to find her. I was just like, oh my God. So thankfully, I found her because that, like I said, that was the last thing I wanted to deal with that weekend. Yes, Beth, she is. And she tries to herd the cats. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's rotten to the core. Spoiled rotten. She's a sweet dog to the people that she likes. She just don't like anybody. So, anyway, so I thought today I would go through a haul. I have this huge box that has been sitting in my office apparently since August. Yes, since August. So we're going to go through it today and see what's in it. And, if you see something that you're interested in, let me know. I'll give you a starting price on it if it's something I'm comfortable with quoting, and we'll go from there, and hopefully the rest of the week will be peaceful. Hey, Karen. Although today I had to go to the vet with little Jack and try to figure out why he's not eating. Yeah, we're going through all the medical issues with him. And then my backup at the office is out for the next 6 weeks with surgery. So we're just having a grand old time right now, you know? All righty. First up, and some of the stuff you're going to think, oh, she probably picked that up for Christmas. Yeah. There are a few things, not a lot of holiday, but a few. Anyway, first thing I picked up were these Two's Company bayberry scented tea candles. Yeah, Karen, I hear him, he's on that diet, that urinary diet, expensive prescription only. So I have had to start blending his food, even though it's wet food, I have to blend it. But I hear his teeth grinding. So we don't know. I'm going to take him in and have him check his teeth. I don't know if they can do anything because of all his condition, but just want to make sure that there's not something that teeth-wise is keeping him from eating, or if he's just in the decline. I don't know. So, anywho, I picked these up. I thought they were cute. So they are refillable. They're little Two's Company bayberry scented candles. And when you look at it, they originally wanted like $18 for these. So if you don't know Two's Company, that's a really good brand. But I picked those up because I thought, they're really pretty for around a holiday. We have that. Then I also picked up, I pick up scarves. I seem to find these vintage scarves like nobody's business. This is a chalice by Berkshire, and it is made in Japan. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. So it's like a little square scarf. So we picked that one up. I find a lot of vintage scarves in my area. And I've gotten to where now I only pick them up if they have like a label on them, because I like to I like to know that they're vintage. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's like a deep navy with all these different accents. And because it's a square, you could even put it like as an accent piece on a table as well. So you don't have to just wear it. So next up, now some of y'all may get a little heated, but like I said, I got this back in August. This is another scarf. Look at this. Yes, this is Ivanka. But, it does sell. So I did pick it up because the comps are pretty good. I don't know. Just saying. Don't burn it. So I did grab that one. Then I found this, what exactly is it? It's not, let's see. This is like, what do they call these? Like, it's kind of like a shrug, a shawl, a wrap. So, and it still had its original tags on it. So this is a Chico's. Look at that. We want $68 for that. But it's a Chico's wrap shawl. Isn't that pretty? Who's gonna pay $68? I like Chico's, but I ain't paying $68 for a scarf. Y'all crazy. So, yeah. But yeah, it's perfect for like this time of year when the weather, it goes cool, hot, whatever. So nice little. It is, Beth. My aunt only buys Chicos. Maybe I should send her that and ask her if she wants it. I only pick them up at thrift. Just saying. I just, I do buy some Chicos, but I honestly, all of my Chicos, I always pick up on the secondhand market because I'm not paying that. All right. Next up, we have a vintage Gillette razor in its original case. So I picked that up. I thought I would do kind of like a men's kind of bundle, bathroom bundle or something with that. And then I didn't find the fork, but I found the Trash-tastic spoon. Look at all that Christmas Trash-tastic made in Hong Kong. So I picked this up because I was like, it's not the huge one. They have some that are even bigger, but I was like, this one's a manageable. Smell it. Smell the plastic, Willie. It's not even really very dusty. It's just a tiny bit, but not super bad, honestly. It doesn't smell. It smells like the old lady powder is what it smells like. I don't know. It's just got that like a powder smell to it, like one of those Avon powder deals. So then, also got this. Look at this, y'all. I should have already had this up because it's like, look at the patriotic colors. But this is one of those tramp art little chairs where they made it out of a can. Vintage can. Look at that. Look how cute that is. So, yeah. Probably, I'm betting it's like a Pepsi can. That's what I'm thinking. Also I found a bunch of these. So, just warning y'all. But I found these Bradley dolls, still with their tags. This one was made in Korea, and she is, let's see, made in Los Angeles, Korea. So I don't know what her name was. I picked her up. Look how cute she is, and she's not like huge, but I had those. I think somebody donated like their whole collection of these. They had another one. This one was Love Story, and she is, look at her. She is a music box, and she plays Love Story. Isn't that cute? But I've not seen one done like her. She's like a composite. So, but I've never seen a Bradley done like that. And then we had this one is Miss May. Look at that. She's got her little tag on her. Also made in Korea. She's over it. She's just like got a really bored look on her face. Like, yeah, she ain't all that. Oh, they're so cute. Like I said, it was like their whole collection was there. Because I think when I went back a few days later, there were even more up there, which I was like, yeah, we're not getting all these. Then look at her. Look, she could go patriotic, right? So she could be a little vignette with the little chair, right? So, but she's also made in Korea. Look at her. She probably kept them all in. When I had my dolls as a kid, we had those. They were really tall glass jars with lids, and any dolls that I had like this were in there so that you didn't have to dust them, you know. So I am betting that she had them in some kind of container because none of them are dusty or dirty or anything. So, but yeah. If I'd had my act together, I'd have all my patriotic stuff up. Do you know I found pillowcases with eagles on them? Are they listed yet? No. That is my life. That is my life right now. So, this is what it is, right? Right? I still have my winter swungs up. I haven't put my spring swungs up. They'll go up and it'll be summer. I don't know. So, collector's plate. I don't normally pick up a collector's plate, but I did get this one. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? The camera doesn't do it justice, but this is a Russian plate. So I did pick that up. I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, like, look, you kind of got like a little Santa looking guy, a wizard looking guy. I don't know anything about this. Haven't like really researched it to understand, but it just gave me like fairy tale kind of vibes. And I just thought it was kind of cool. I picked it up. Yeah, and it has a wall hanger on the back, and I can't read any of that. It's all in Russian. I don't know. I didn't know about that. I just thought it was neat. So, next up, I found this little bag. Yeah, it does look like a Russian fairy tale. I have Franklin Mint Russian ballet music boxes. I still have a couple of them, but I had been selling them, and they kind of have that same look to them. And I did learn one thing. Don't, on your Etsy listings, don't put Russia and gold anywhere together. Ask me how I know. I had like 12 music boxes taken down because I had to prove the gold didn't come from Russia. And I'm like, they're Franklin Mint. So I had to modify all those descriptions. So I'm just saying. Yeah, Karen. Hey, speaking of Etsy, my friend Kat, the nurse flipper, got permanently banned on Etsy. Now AI is going through their listing. So if any of y'all list on Etsy, you need to be very careful. Most of us know don't put ivory anywhere in your listing. Well, Kat did put faux ivory on a listing. She got in trouble for that one. She got in trouble over an amber necklace because apparently at some point Etsy was sued over one of those amber teething bracelets or something. So even though she argued it was a necklace, it was a statement necklace, she got in trouble over that. So that was I'm glad she talked about what she got in trouble for, because I had a whole bunch of Baltic amber that I was thinking about posting over there. Some beautiful sterling silver with Baltic amber. I mean, like, I even have a piece, like, right here. And I have been looking at it going, oh, you need to get this stuff listed. Like, look at that. So I don't think I'm going to put any Amber over there because they got their AI bots going through and you're arguing with an AI the whole time. She never talked to a person when she was trying to appeal it. And then the last thing they got her on was a resin walrus. Nothing about ivory, anything in there. But I guess their AI decided it could have ivory. We can't figure that one out at all. So, so yeah, they permanently banned her. She cannot buy. She cannot sell. She cannot do anything now on Etsy. It is nuts. And she did give me a heads up. Apparently, fur is going to be an issue. So I had like a rabbit fur deer that I have went through and took. If you have the word fur anywhere on a listing, you better take it off. Like I have one of those snooty poodles that has the faux fur. I had that in. I was stripping all that up last night. It is, and it's crazy. And the frustrating thing is, you don't, when they ban people like that, I feel like there needs to be a human review. There was no way to appeal it. It's just crazy. So just be aware. No recourse, which is stupid, you know. Anyway, all right. So in that little baggie that I grabbed, I picked it because look at this. Look at that. It's a little Playmobil bird. Oh, and the bird cage. So y'all know I got Baby Faye a Fisher Price dollhouse. So I thought that was going to be really cute, put in that little dollhouse for her. So I did grab that, and then this thing was in there with it. I don't know why. I don't even know what that was. It looked like it was from a metal or something. So anyway, right? It's so cute. And I'm surprised it wasn't broken, to be honest, because it was just in a baggie thrown on the shelf. Let's see what else was in there. This caught my eye. Look at this. Because Mike's mom was, well, his whole family is Catholic. So I'm always attracted to any religious iconography. So I snagged that. And then I found these guys. And y'all know I have roosters in my kitchen, but I don't plan to keep this. But check these out. Look at these. I know. I gotta clean the dollhouse. You know, I found that dollhouse at Thrift World. What did I find it for? Like $16? Like huge 2-story Fisher Price dollhouse that goes for like over $200 on eBay. So I got it for her a year ago, but I was afraid she would rip the stickers off, and it's in mint condition, other than it's super dusty, like it must have been in somebody's barn or something. So I was like, I told my daughter, I said, okay, let's wait to give it to her till she's out of peeling. And then I told my daughter, I said, and you can't sell it. She's not gonna play for it. It comes back to me, I'll sell it. Look at these little they're bookends. But they I don't know, I'll have to mess with them, but they look like they slide right out. So I was thinking that would be good for shipping. I'll have to mess with them and try to figure out how they come out. I was like, how 70s are those? Those would be cute. With some cookbooks, you know, displayed with them. So we grabbed that. Then we grabbed this. This is this type of decoupage, I guess is what I would call this. It seems to be fairly popular around here. So this one is signed. So grab him. I gotta get all my duck stuff listed because I have some good friends whose husbands are hunters. So I need to get all that stuff ready for Father's Day. And look at the miniature bride and groom. They're so itty bitty. He's looking at her like, hey, just waiting for that honeymoon. So these were made in Hong Kong. You see on the very, very bottom of them. Really cute. Perfect for a little shadow box. Speaking of which, I think next week I'm going to get some of my minis pulled out because I know the mini sale is coming up. But I also have some shadow boxes. So I think we will do that. I've got one printer's tray, then I have a little house shadow box, and then I have one made out of vintage rulers. So I thought that might be good timing for those. Then I found this Eldron office products, and it's a little brass business card holder. These do fairly well out there, so I did pick it up. And also, let's see, I have another piece that goes to that. Let's see. Oh, I found this. I thought this was really pretty. I picked this up, like I said, because several of my friends' husbands hunt. So they have their man caves are all decorated with their ducks, their fish, and all that stuff. But look at this. Look how pretty that is. This is a signed litho of a little woodland scene with the canoes and the ducks. So I thought I would pick that up. It's called Evening Glow. So yeah, I liked this. And I like this size art because it's really easy to ship, you know. So let's snag him. Let's see, this box is full. It's full. Then I found this little baggie. So this had, looks like somebody probably sold it at their garage sale originally. So it is a postal stamp. Check that out. Like you would just twist it around to get all the different these on it. And then it came with an old little ink stamp tray, whatever. But I just thought that was cute. I've never seen one that dialed like that. I mean, I worked at banks for a number of years and we had some, but I don't think I've ever seen one like that. Really? Do you, Karen? I thought that was kind of cool. So, look, we have another elf or gnome. This one, he has a saw. So he's gonna go cut down some trees in his little Santa hat. So yeah, I was trying to think of what to, bundle that with. Oh, you know what? I have a bunch of like those vintage airmail envelopes. Maybe I'll put that in with some of those. One thing I've been trying to get, and I always get outbid at the auctions, are those vintage stamp holder, those old carousels. I have for stupid prices. And I'm just like, I don't know what these people are doing because you can't sell them for that. Crazy. I picked up this little creamer and sugar. Y'all hear that? I don't know what that was. This is Mitertech, Bavaria, Germany, and that's a pretty good brand. But still has this lid and all with it. It's crazy loud. Hopefully nothing goes on because the Cox network was across the street earlier. So I was like, you better not be bringing down my internet. I'm just going to say. All right. So this has got a few pieces. So I'm just going to put it to the side until I find all said pieces. Now, I was looking through the, when I bring things in, I always inventory them. So I was looking at my spreadsheet because I was like, I can't remember what's in this box. Like I said, it's been sitting here since August. What do you think I found in here? Look at this. It's a teacup that says Mother on it. This was a Royal Grafton bone china made in England. So this will go in the Mother's box. As I'm going through the inventory, I'm trying, if something pops out that looks like it belongs in a particular holiday, I am trying to put it in a box so that when it comes time to put together things for said holiday, I know where it's at and I'm not digging through all my boxes because that's what I do. Hey, Felicia, how are you doing? Yeah, I need a nap, Felicia. I desperately need a nap. So this thing has a lot of pieces to it, in case you're wondering. And I want to try to get them all out before I show that particular item to you. So, and I have to try to figure out how it assembles. There were no assembly instructions included, but I'll show you one part of it because this one, I have all the pieces to it. So this is a redware teacup. Look at it. Little tiki. That's the redware. Isn't that cute? A little bitty. And then I also got, does anybody collect blue onion? Word. Funny thing is, I thought I had gotten all the teacups out and listed. Well, apparently not, because this box is full of them. But I have the blue onion cups and saucers. Now I have 2 cups, 3 saucers, unfortunately. I looked all over for the third one, but so I did find that. I know a lot of people collect the blue onion. So this one, let's see, this one is made in England by J&G Merkin. So that is a really good brand. So those will be going up for sale. Like I said, if there's something that y'all are interested in, if I can, figure out a price on the fly, we can do that. Otherwise, if it's something that I have to figure out some weights on, then I'll have to send you a private link for it. So This set was luckily all taped together. This was, shoot, I forgot who the maker was off the top of my head. I did Google image it while I was at the, it is a Danish set. I love that blue and white. For years down in Texas, what is that fuzz? Is that fuzz? I had blue and white plates. So I have gotten rid of a lot of the blue and white, but I've kept my faux blue and white because I'm like, maybe one day. But this is a Danish, like I said, I can't remember who the maker was, but it is the creamer and sugar, open sugar, in its original caddy. I know, I had to Google image it. I thought it was just, the simplicity of the lines have always attracted me to the Danish sets. From what I have seen, these typically go between 24 and 28. But if anyone is interested, I would probably start this at 18 because it is a complete set. Most of the time, you know, their caddy is missing on that. So, but yeah. So if anybody's interested, let me know. You can always reach out and message me as well. Okay, we will do that. Like I said, I don't even think they ever used it because I don't see any scratches or anything on it. And it's going to be this won't be that difficult to ship. Alrighty. And we're going to start the auction for this Danish creamer sugar set. It is absolutely gorgeous. I was so excited when I found it. And I was really so happy that they taped it together because, like I said, most of the time this stuff comes in and it gets separated. Alrighty, Kim, that is coming to you. You are going to love that. Alrighty. Then next up, obviously, some of this I picked up for the holiday. So I was just gonna put these together like in a little bundle, and there was a sale that day. So, but check that out. So these are those Stampin' Up. And we had the little deer, but I picked it up because, like, look, it's got the broom. So I was thinking Halloween. It's got the bats on it, and October 31st. And then we had Valentine. We had another little Christmas and another little Christmas. And then I already gave Beth the donkey one. So I had picked up like several that day. Because like I said, I was thinking those would be cute to make some stuff with. Right? Exactly. Exactly. And I know we got lots of crackers, so I thought I'll put a little bundle together if I don't end up using them. Alrighty. Then I found these, I think the Ted DeGrazia, correct? And look at those. Look. Look how cute those little guys are. I thought they were adorable. And they're in really good shape. You know, the wood isn't like all scratched up at all. So I picked those up. Then I have another friend of mine that sells on the other E, and those actually do really well for her. So I was like, okay, I'll pick those up. And y'all, I have been finding these Pimpernel placemats like crazy around here. It's really strange. But look at these. I found these fruit ones, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 6 of them. And I did take a look at them. They're all in really good shape. So we're going to get those listed as well. I mean, I was just like, how did all of these end up? Like, I mean, I have found them at the bins. I found them at thrift. I found them at estate sales, and I'm just like, it's odd that, you know, that, because a lot of times when I'm out there, it's late in the day, and I'm like, there may not be anything. But I also found, I don't know who these are by, but they haven't been open, but they are little cocopelli. So you've got those really thin little candles, and these like it looks like pewter little cocopellis. There's no brand or anything on them. I thought those were cool, so I picked those up. And then I also do really well with napkin rings. So I found this set of brass. They're all brass. And there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 little brass napkin rings. So I'm going to get those cleaned up and you can list it. And they're heavy. So I know they're an older set. They are not like that lightweight, you know, come from China stuff. And that. And then, y'all, I don't know what it is. Lately, I have been finding all these candlesticks still in their original box. Which, hey, that's great because shipping them is easy. Look, I don't think they were ever used, you know? Because they were still all wrapped up. These is a set of brass candle holders. Caution, don't leave your candle burning. But how good is that? And I do very well selling brass candle holders. I mean, they don't typically stay in my shop very long. So, but yeah, like I said, still in their original box. So that was exciting. All right, then, oh, you know what? I lied to y'all about that blue onion because I did find the third cup. I do have all 3 sets. That is good. Then, y'all, I don't normally pick this kind of thing up, but there's a reason I picked it up. Do you know why? Tell me when you know. Why did I pick this up? Anybody? Bueller? Yes. This is that butterscotch Bakelite. How cool is that? And you know, it's a what was this for? What did it's a casserole holder, but who, I was trying to remember who, I don't think I have it in my inventory. I was trying to remember. I can't remember who the maker was on this one, but I picked it up. But yeah, and I thought all you gotta do is put like cut you a little bottom because there is a lip here, but you just could put like a piece of like thin wood, and then you can use it to hold your plants if you want or something. But I was just like, how is this still in the thrift store with the Bakelite handles on it? Now I have gotten the rectangular ones and put books in. In fact, I have one on display, and those are getting hard to find. I don't know if y'all noticed lately, but you used to find them all the time in the Goodwill, but they're getting harder to find. But so yeah. But I love look at the scroll. Isn't that so pretty on it? So yeah. So we snagged that. Snag that. And then I think, okay, we got two more things. I also found this little, this is like a child's quilt, but it's all out of corduroy fabric. Now, it was machined, but it's so pretty. I mean, all of these squares are out of corduroy. But it is like, it's a child's size, or you could put it on a table, because it is almost a perfect square from what I could tell, you know. I thought that would be really pretty. Or you could do something with it, like, I don't know, make a pillow or something with it. So I did snag that. And then the last thing I got that day was this other little, now this was a mix of hand and machined, but it's another little child's quilt. So I think the like that quilting part was done with the machine. The edging was done by hand on it. But I was like, that's really cute. And it was, let's see. I thought this was sweet. It's pieced and quilted by Grandma Sharon, July 2010. Look at that. And they donated it. Wasn't that special? I still have the baby quilts that my mom made for the girls when they were babies and toddlers. So I put them up. Stuff like that I don't donate. But I was like, somebody would like that. That'd be good for a little boy. And look at that. Look at that little bee fabric. It's kind of cute. So that was everything. Well, no, I didn't show you the pieces that I was putting together. Y'all gotta keep me straight. I got a Lord, these things would bite me if they had teeth. Look at this little receipts bite. It's itty bitty. It's an itty bitty one. So we got that. I know, Beth. It's all right. Then I got. Let's see if I can put this together correctly. I think. I don't know. I need to Google this because I don't know if it might. I don't know which way it goes. I do need to figure it out, but it is. And let's see if we don't drop it. Look at that. It's a redware totem pole. Like the bottom part is the teapot, And this is the creamer, and then that's the sugar. And it still has its lid on it. And you just stack it. Isn't that crazy? And then I couldn't find the rest of the pieces to this one, but this is like an itty bitty creamer and sugar. So you can just stack those as well. Probably, I wonder if the cup maybe originally went on there. But, I mean, its cold paint is still in really good condition. So I did grab that. I was like, I was surprised to find that all there. Now, of course, they individually priced every little piece. So they lost the points they gained over, the pewter creamer shirt. They lost it then when it came to this, because I was like, why is this individually priced? So that was everything that I picked up on that trip. I thought it was a good trip. I was surprised that I found that much stuff on one trip. So yeah, Penny from August. See, I even had this note on there from August. That's not the oldest box I have. Y'all know that, because I think I told you there was something I had from 2022. Oh, those letters. But I was sitting in my office and I was like, what shall we do today? What shall we do? Because of all my trauma last week, I was just like, I didn't prep. I was just like, I'm still in recovery mode. So I was like, what shall we do? What shall we do? And I was like, it was either going to be, let's create a junk jar, or it was going to, I looked over and I saw that box and I said, oh, I don't even remember what's in that box. We need to go through that box, because I am trying to make sure everything is out of the upstairs. But what ends up happening is, when I have one of my extravaganza shopping trips, it goes in a box. I inventory it with the goal of filming the haul and listing it. Well, I got busy. I got busy with other things and forgot that was sitting over there. So I was just like, no, you need to go. You need to go. So be looking for listings on this stuff. If there was anything that you saw that you're interested in, be sure to reach out to me. Otherwise, keep an eye on the Vamp listings, and you'll see all of that stuff. It'll be cross-posted. It'll show up there. I think if y'all are interested next week, like I said, I have a printer's tray. I have some other little shadow boxes, and I'll probably run my minis during my Wednesday sale, if y'all don't mind, because my oldest daughter's birthday coincides with the holiday. So typically, I know there's a mini sale going on, but I try to do something with her, and I'm not sure if it's going to be this weekend or the next weekend. But so I thought, well, I'll run those trays, and then y'all have something to put all your little treasures in. So if that sounds all right, that's what we'll do. And then next time, let's build a junk jar, because I have some unopened boxes that we still need to go through. I know y'all enjoyed that last time, so I think we'll do that. Yeah. Lots of fun stuff. And I know there were some Cracker Jack toys as well. So, yeah, Beth, doodad tray. Do you know I have two that I have all of my, every time we went to a different country or a different state, I always got a little mini to go in my box. Well, I got tired of dusting that thing. So I have found a doodad tray that has a glass cover. So that is something has been on my to-do list to switch out of my printer trays to those, because I'm all about not having to remove all of those. And when they put the siding on the house one day, it's on an exterior wall, so they were all falling out. And I'm like, okay, I am over this. I said it serves two purposes. I won't have to take each and every item out and undo the museum putty and try to put it back in, and then it won't fall on the floor where one of these little rogue beasts will grab it and run off. So, anywho, I have to get back to the fun work until it's time to take Jack to the vet. But I will catch y'all on the next one, and I don't know. I might get a wild hair and go live sometime this week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So I think somebody else is on, right? So if they are, we're going to raid them. Let's see. Susie. I think Susie is still live. So we'll just go back and raid her. Bye, y'all.